Hey, what's up, guys? So today we are going to go in depth on systems. And yes, I have talked about it briefly before, but guys, I'm going to go specifically into a trade breakdown today where I was able to use my system to manage this trade accordingly and to save us from a loss. The one thing I like to say is better than a win is avoiding a loss. And ultimately, your system should be able to do that. And what I mean by that, I mean, you should be able to have a system where it's systematic enough to where if something goes against you in the markets that is clearly affecting your trade, having a system and having those rules to be able to manage it accordingly and to be able to avoid that loss or to minimize that loss is key to profitability. Yes, losses are inevitable. Sometimes it happens. Again, I lose sometimes, you guys lose sometimes. Ultimately, the biggest thing is having less losses and smaller losses. And today I'm going to show you how I was able and also able to show my entire stream of over 50 people how and why I managed my trade the way I did. Again, guys, a super great analysis. Not only was it a great trade and great execution, but the management behind it was just, again, I had to make a video on it. But let's go into this breakdown. Let's get into it. And again, I got something super cool for you guys at the end of the video, so please stick around if you guys want to see that. So let's get on into it. Hey, what's up? So we are now here ready to break this down. And again, we're going to go over a Jared trade that I did take, and you guys know by the title of the video, or maybe the title, maybe what I said in the beginning, but we're just going to really go in depth, teach you guys a lesson that I didn't necessarily learn, but you guys can learn. And again, I'm just going to go through the management of my trade and why I took it. And again, you guys know what I look for. I look for super simple breakouts into areas of liquidity. So what am I looking for going into London session? I'm already seeing this area of resistance. I know that if price were to break at London, we could see price run up to these highs to take this liquidity. And that's ultimately what I was shooting for, right? But here's the thing. I also realized that we had this gap here, guys. And this is one of the, if not the biggest lesson in this video is, yes, we have the setup. It's super simple. You guys know how I trade. But when it came to this setup, I knew that price could have a reaction off of this gap. And why do I think that? Well, we can go to the hourly and you can clearly see that if you look at price previously, there's no gaps within these markets up here. All gaps are filled with previous wicks. We come down, we gap down now here now. And this is where we're at, right? This is where the fear is of us filling this gap. And it being hourly gap, even 30-minute, 15-minute, 5-minute, there's just a bunch of gaps sitting within here. So price, yes, can just continue to run. Granted, if that's its objective, that's what it's going to do. But it doesn't have to. And that's why we have to manage it accordingly. And that's why rules are so important. And that's why I stress it, because, guys, if I did not have the rules behind managing this accordingly, I would have taken an unnecessary loss. And really, I don't like that. I don't necessarily want to take an unnecessary loss, especially when you can avoid it. Again, I like to say, and you guys heard me say it before, the one thing better than a win is being able to avoid a loss. I truly think that. So when it came to entering, I did enter at that break here, guys. And then once we got that break, as soon as we came up and filled that gap, instantly I moved to break even. I mean, instantly. And again, I'm glad I did. Why? Because I knew that price could have a reaction off of it, and it did exactly that. I mean, it came up, filled that gap, and just completely melted. I mean, just plummeted. And again, we would have taken an unnecessary loss. And in this case, we didn't, guys. Why? Because we were able to identify what the markets were giving us. And yes, you guys may say, well, why'd you even take the trade? Well, I took the trade because price still had liquidity sitting up here. And because price still had liquidity sitting up here, there was a very big chance that price came all the way up to take that liquidity. So if I could reach and get that 101, perfect. But if I entered and again, I start seeing that reaction, I move to break even and I get taken out of break even, I'm fine. Even if price were to have won. Why? Because price doesn't always have to win. And this is why I wanted to make this video, because it's such a good example of, yes, price could have won, but it didn't. It didn't, and a lot of times it won't. And this is where data comes in and rules. And this is why data is so important, because you need to make sure that obviously your system works. But ultimately, being able to identify this and act on this is the reason for me being in the position I am. I'm not saying solely just cutting my losses short or cutting losses in general, but being able to identify these certain things in the market, these little things that some people just may ignore. Because again, my first year of trading, I would have just shot. I would have been like, all right, fuck it, I'm holding. And again, that is the wrong approach. Why? Because the markets are clearly showing me something else. They're giving me signs that price may be looking to do something else. And again, thankfully we acted on it. And thankfully you guys watched me, because again, I did this all on live stream. I did this in the Legacy Discord, and I did this on YouTube Live, again, like I said. So you guys are here every single day. I gave you guys this analysis already, but I really wanted to come back, break it down even more. Why? Because I think that this could really help you guys out. Even if you don't necessarily take the same approach as far as how I managed it, but just managing and understanding how to manage your trades in general will ultimately like help you out in the long run. It really will. I mean, just look at this example here, and I can even go back to a couple trades last week where I was able to manage a trade and take a smaller loss, because not always you're going to be at break even. There's going to be times where price could come into your TP and then again start invalidating itself as price continues to, let's say, make new lows. But again, you guys heard what I said. Take my advice, run with it, truly. If you don't know how to manage your trades, go back into your data, just look for signs, look for price, look what price does. Again, wins and losses. Any trade that you take is good data as long as you have a system behind it. Why? Because you're able to get good data for that system, right? So going forward, go back to your system, see if there's anything that could be going against your system or whatever. Just stuff like this where you can clearly see price react off this gap and completely sell the opposite direction, where again price was overall bearish, and that could be a big thing too. But ultimately, some of you guys probably did take a loss here if you guys did take this and you guys didn't follow my advice. Why? Because some of you guys, yes, you may have a set forget strategy, and that does work sometimes, but ultimately sometimes managing it is the best thing. And again, data, guys, I can't stress that enough. But let's hop back out of this. I got something super special for you guys, like I said in the beginning. So let's hop out of this. I'll see you guys back on the other camera. All right, and we're back. So that little breakdown, honestly guys, simple trade, but that breakdown was by far, I think, one of the best lessons that I brought to you guys, because it was just so clean. And again, you guys know how price move. I broke it down. And if you guys don't know how price moves, hopefully you have an idea now. And if you still don't have an idea, again, watch back on some of my other videos, my future videos. I'll continue to post breakdown videos. But in this case, this was a breakdown video slash just a lesson, guys. I really wanted to show you and share with you my management behind it, my analysis, my idea behind it, my thought process before and after the trade. Again, I went down all of that with you guys right now. And I hope you guys enjoy that. And again, let me know, like seriously, let me know in the comments. Do you guys like these? Do you guys like when I bring these lessons? Do you like when I just bring winning trades, losing trades, trade breakdowns, blog? Just give me an idea of what you like. And I know I told you guys to stick around, and don't worry, I'm going to come back to that. And what I was telling you guys to stick around for is what's in my description. Guys, I have a link down in my description with a bunch of free stuff, a free trading journal, a free trading plan to get you guys started, at least a guide. Not only that, I have a free 2025 beginner guide if you are truly a beginner. Go ahead, take advantage of that. And then you're also going to get access to my free Discord, which again, have a bunch of people in there. I think I have over 400 people in there active. And again, we're always killing it, always posting charts, and I'm always posting my trade ideas. So go ahead, click the link in my description, take advantage of that. Seriously, take advantage of it, because you guys don't see this a lot where, I mean, you may, but there's a lot of times where people say they have free stuff and it's not free, and this is genuinely free. So go ahead, take advantage of it. Again, all for you guys. And there's also one other special thing in there for you guys. Once you sign up, you guys will see it. And again, it'll put you into a super exclusive thing just for you guys if you sign up. So go on, check it on out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm out of here. Later.